if you're called into the conversation around miracles, if you're feeling this longing inside that there is a way for you to move through the world from a state of peace, from a state of grace, from a state of ease, from a state of surrender, I really encourage you to. All right, so you've landed here because you've either heard of A Course in Miracles and maybe picked it up and put it down. Maybe you've been through the entire course. Maybe you'd never heard of it until now, but there was a calling. There was something that drew you into the idea of, yeah, I want miracles. So A Course in Miracles was written by a woman named Helen. She was a doctor, and her writer, partner, channeler, his name was Bill, and you can read about the history of A Course in Miracles below. What I want to share with you today is Chic 365, which is Elegant Femme's guide to A Course in Miracles. There are a lot of ways, infinite ways, for us to remember who we are, for us to remember that we are the light in the world, for us to co-create the highest level possible with God, as God, through God. And A Course in Miracles will be the first to say that the course isn't for everyone. And there are many, many ways to uncover the truth and many ways to God, and the course is one of them. So I was very called to create a group, a daily opportunity for women around the world to come together and move through the course, Elegant Femme style. Elegant Femme is the company I started back in 2008 with the opportunity for women to lean in and receive and lead from their power. So I want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing here, and if you're called, what's going to be different about this. I had the experience myself, and so many women shared with me as well, that the course felt heavy. Not only physically heavy, because it's a big book. If you've ever seen it, it's like you're picking up the Webster Dictionary. And the pages are very, very thin. So even just that, the physicality of it can feel heavy. And then when you open it, the words initially can trigger, depending on what your experience is with religion, and it can trigger a lot of emotion. And it's very easy to kind of pick it up and put it down. And yet you might still feel like there's something here for me. So I created Chic 365, Elegant Femme's Guide to A Course in Miracles, to support women in not just picking up the course, but moving through it in an elegant, graceful, beautiful way. One of the fascinating things about the course that a lot of people speak to is that it's written in the masculine form. The word she, the word her, the word woman isn't in there at all. And I find this actually perfect because it's an opportunity for us to transcend a kind of limitation that we put inside of our minds. It is completely genderless. It is beyond what we can and what we typically do resonate with inside of the physical, and yet it supports us in a bridge, in a transcendence. The word beauty is mentioned inside the course so many times I can't even tell you. In my experience of the course, it's actually very elegant. The writing is actually very poetic and feminine and beautiful. So again, I created Chic 365 to support women in walking through this journey, and here's how we're doing it. It is so much fun. Every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. EST, I'm going live inside of the YouTube and sharing a day of the course. Now, you might be on day one, you might be just starting, you might be exactly where we are. It's perfect. Feel free to join us inside of the lives. Feel the energy, enjoy it, feel the support of all the other women, and then honor whatever lesson you're on inside the course. We talk about that more in depth when we get in there. So I wanted to invite you, if you're called into the conversation around miracles, if you're feeling this longing inside that there is a way for you to move through the world from a state of peace, from a state of grace, from a state of ease, from a state of surrender, I really encourage you to join us. Doesn't matter if you've never been through the course at all. Doesn't matter, religion, not religion. It's only a longing, a willingness, a devotion that you feel inside. We also have a prep guide to support you before, during, and after every lesson that I'll link below as part of our Elegant Femme Chic 365 guide to A Course in Miracles. Lean in, lean back, settle in, allow yourself to receive, and I encourage you to join us and see what it's all about. Maybe it's time for you to really live into the truth that you are a miracle.